Hey, you got time for a beer? I know I do. Welcome to my show. My name's Jake. You can find me at tubajake_69 at Untapped, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Tell me your stories. I like to hear them. Today we have Jack's Hard Cider. This one is pear. We produce our hard cider with the finest raw ingredients to deliver unparalleled taste with no additives. Our expert cider makers harvest, press, and ferment apples on site in Adams County, Pennsylvania. Recognized as an apple capital of the world, once you taste our hard cider, it will become your hard cider. To discover the evolution of Jack's Hard Cider and learn about the Atomic Dog commitment to service and excellent, visit our website, jackshardcider.com. This one is from this was from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. I've been there a couple times. I have never been to Atomic Dog or Jack's or wherever this is. Got a new cup. This one's for my brother for my birthday. It's an Untapped Insider's cup because I pay money to put my stuff on Untapped because I like it. And I figure if you like something, you should support it monetarily. So this one is a Perry, hard cider with pear. So there's apples, there's pears. Pretty much that's it. Apples, pears, carbonation, sulfates. Oh man, why is she talking to me? Siri decided that would be a good idea to talk right then. I don't know why. So anyway, apples, pears, carbonation, sulfates. That's what's in this guy. It is very clear. I'm sure you can't really see it, but there's spaces in there. It should be sweet. Probably dry would be my guess. But usually pears are fairly sweet. So let's give this guy a shot. A little bit caramely maybe. A little bit caramely. You can taste more of the cider. So it's a little bit more wine-like. I'd say winey, but winey is not really what I'm thinking this tastes. It doesn't taste like wine. Or for that matter. It tastes, there's more of a tannin flavor to it. It's a good one. Or at the very least, a good name for that flavor. But it's still got that caramely flavor that you get with a lot of the Perry's. Perry's, P-E-R-R-Y, although they are made with P-A-R, pear. What's it like? Yeah, that's what it's like. But what does it remind me of? Does it remind me of another beer or cider that I've had? Most of the ciders that I've had that taste like this are just cider. They taste like apples and not much else. Because of the, I don't know, there's, well, like I said, there's tannins in it and, well, sulfites. It's probably sulfites too. The sulfur that's in there makes it taste different than something that does not have that. I'm sure it helps it keep longer, but it also makes it taste different. Does it remind me of something that I've had before? I had that friend that had that meadery. Brewery. They did all of that stuff. And they had a couple of ciders that tasted kind of like this. Nothing with pear in it, but it's got tannins and it's sweet, but a little bit dry. Semi-sweet then, I guess it would be. But it's pretty good. Does this remind me of a story? Let's see. It's from Gettysburg. I've been to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania a couple times. I was younger. There are ghosts in Gettysburg. I don't know if you guys have ever been there, but you can feel them. If you go to the houses that they have to tour and drive around in the fields where they fought those battles from the Civil War, you can feel the ghosts there. They're there. That energy is still there. And it's weird. But you can feel it. It's strange. Those ones are a lot darker than other ghosts that I've encountered in old houses near the South. Gettysburg isn't really near the South, but you think of it as the South because it has to do with the Civil War. But there are other houses in the South where you can definitely tell that there are ghosts there too. Those ghosts tend to be nicer because they're at home. The ones in Gettysburg are definitely not at home. They're troubled, and you can feel that. Not that I remember seeing anything in particular at Gettysburg. Maybe things coming out of mists on fields. Not like at, what is that? It's not 12 Oaks, but it's like the Oaks or something like that in Louisiana, where I actually walked around a ghost that was standing in this one room, and somebody was like, hey, this room is really super interesting because it's the one room in the whole house that we have everything from this room. And the girl that used to live in that room was standing in the corner where you would walk in. I'm going to guess most people walked through her. I did not. It was very strange when I was going to walk into her that I did not, but there was something there, so I walked around it. Was it like I almost bumped into her? I was like, step, step. Oh, I need to go over this way. That one was weird. But Gettysburg is chilly and dark, and I'd say terrifying, but it's not. Longing is mostly what you feel there, I would say. Not like Vicksburg. Okay, so anyway, I've got a quote for you. This one's from Margaret Mitchell. She wrote Gone with the Wind, which is funny that I had this quote picked out before I had this beer picked out, but worked out really super well, if you know anything about any of that stuff. She said, life's under no obligation to give us what we expect. Obviously not. What we expect probably doesn't happen most of the time. Anyway, you can find me at tubajake_69 on Untapped, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Tell me your stories. I'd like to hear them. It helps me to connect with all of you that may or may not like the stories that I tell. I try to tell interesting ones that are different. Or at the very least, if they're not different, then they're interesting. All right. I'll see you next time when you got time for a beer.